Comic books and books is going to be short for our final episode of the regular season. It's just the way it played out. I don't know what to tell you. We got Carnage to talk about, so let's do that, I guess. Welcome, nerds, to the comic books and book news for the week. This is where we talk about all things comic books and literature related. So if there's a new book coming out, we're not going to get into individual arcs necessarily, unless there's some sort of like major publisher-wide effects that are going to be related to said arc. We don't really get into individual arcs or individual issues. We just talk about the broader news at large. So without any further ado, let's talk about some comic books and possibly some books as well. Yeah, we have one new piece of news, and it's Carnage. Carnage is getting his coming back to a new book. The new book is written by Torunn Gronbekk. I think I'm saying that correctly. And then art by Pere Perez. Again, I think I'm saying that correctly, and I apologize if I'm not. The brief tease for it is as follows. Quote, "Every symbiote needs a host, and for Carnage, there has only ever been one host who has made it feel whole, and it's time for a reunion." So Cletus Cassidy is reuniting with the Carnage symbiote, and it is going to get its own book, and it's going to be glorious, because that's really about as much Spider-Man as I ever generally read. But that's kind of all we got for news this week. Again, because we don't really dive into the specifics of individual story arcs, just because that would be just so much more work than I can do as a one-man show. So if you think that I'm missing something, and by all means you want to contribute, this is going to be the easiest way to do that. Is if you are a little bit more into writing something up that we can do to talk about for comic books, then by all means I would welcome you with open arms. But I got no money to pay anybody, so that's not going to happen for a while. That is what we got for regular ass news. Let's talk about suggestions for comic books and books this week. It is a book suggestion going into the off season, and that is the original Dune from 1965, Frank Herbert's masterpiece that then spawned 6 other books, and then another prequel series as written by his son. I can't remember Herbert's son. Brian Herbert is the son. Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson write the prequel series. This is the book, though, that started it all, as we were supposed to get the second half of the Denis Villeneuve epic, and it's not happening this month. Just read the book so you know what to expect, and then see how Denis varies from it when we do get that movie in April. But the book stands unto itself. It is a fantastic work of art. Go read Dune from 1965 by Frank Herbert, because everyone should read that book many multiples of times. Once again, nerds, this is just the comic books and books section from the Week in Nerddom, which is the much longer video that gets posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy or @generallynerdy, however you gotta find it. That's the main channel. You get the entire, usually around about an hour-long video there that goes into other topics as well, TV, movies, rumors, etc., etc. Go check that out. Before we leave you, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.